Hi guys, I'm Claire. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 and why they matter. From daikon radishes to dog treats, it seems like you can get just about anything you want to be organic these days. Lots of people are really passionate about making sure that their homes and their bodies are not filled with any unnecessary chemicals. But even if you're not one of those people, I encourage you to educate yourself on the things that you put inside your body. Food is such an intimate thing. You put it inside your body and every cell in your entire being is made out of the building blocks that you provide by the food that you consume. You literally are what you eat, and it really is that important. I'm not even going to talk about micronutrient deficiencies today. I'll be covering that in a video next week. Today we're going to talk specifically about pesticides. According to a 2019 article published in Environmental Health, the US, the EU, Brazil, and China are 4 of the leading users of agricultural pesticides in the world. They're also some of the leading producers of agricultural goods worldwide, so that makes sense. The article goes on to specify that pesticides which have been banned in the EU, China, and Brazil make up more than a quarter of the total agricultural pesticides used in the US every year. These substances, banned by other world agricultural leaders due to both environmental and individual health concerns, have not even seen a decrease in use in the US at all. In fact, all of these substances have either been used the same or they've increased in use over the past 25 years, and there's no end in sight. What this means for the everyday consumer is that in the wake of major class action lawsuits over pesticides causing cancer in the US, we cannot rely on government agencies to ensure that the fuel that we use for our bodies is safe for us to consume. We are our own last lines of defense. It is our own personal responsibility to make sure that we know what we are feeding our families and ourselves. The Environmental Working Group, which can be found at EWG.org, has chosen to take pesticide testing results from the USDA and publish an annual list of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 in order to help consumers better understand what produce can be trusted. The Dirty Dozen is a short list of the most contaminated items available in US markets. The EWG strongly suggests that consumers buy organic versions of these items over conventionally available ones. By contrast, the Clean 15 have been found to have low enough pesticide residue that non-organic, conventionally available versions can be eaten without great concern. Many factors go into deciding what makes the annual list and what doesn't, but it largely depends on whether or not the skin of the produce is eaten. It should be noted that regardless of whether or not your produce is organic, it should always be washed thoroughly before you eat it or cook with it. Without further ado, here is the 2019 Dirty Dozen list as provided by EWG.org in the order of concern. Strawberries, spinach, kale, nectarines, apples, grapes, peaches, cherries, pears, tomatoes, celery, potatoes, and a bonus item of hot peppers. The produce that made the Clean 15 list is as follows: avocados, sweet corn, pineapples, frozen sweet peas, onions, papaya, eggplant, asparagus, kiwi, cabbage, cauliflower, cantaloupe, broccoli, mushrooms, and honeydew melons. The EWG does specify on their website that a small amount of sweet corn, papaya, and summer squash sold in the United States does originate from genetically modified seeds. They suggest that you buy organic varieties of these crops if you want to avoid genetically modified produce. The important message at the end of all of this is that we should all know where our food is coming from. Buying organic is a nice first step in that direction, but many people question what kind of a difference that USDA Certified Organic label could really be making. According to a fact sheet provided by the USDA's National Organic Program, organic is a labeling term for food or other agricultural products that have been produced using cultural, biological, and mechanical practices that support the cycling of on-farm resources, promote ecological balance, and conserve biodiversity in accordance with the USDA organic regulations. This means that organic operations must maintain or enhance soil quality and water quality while also conserving wetlands, woodlands, and wildlife. Synthetic fertilizers, sewage sludge, Irradiation and genetic engineering may not be used. Only products that have been certified as meeting the USDA's requirements for organic production and handling may carry the USDA organic seal. The problem that many take with this definition of organic is that it does not specify any regulation against the use of pesticides, among other things. On the other hand, they're assuring us that sewage sludge isn't used to make the produce, so that's good, isn't it? The fact of the matter is that the only way to ensure that you know where your food comes from is to grow it yourself. While not everyone is able to grow their own food, there are wonderful farmers markets popping up all across the country, allowing millions more people, particularly those in food deserts, to gain access to local, truly organic produce. Whether you choose to make friends with your local farmer, or if you've decided to become your local farmer, I hope that this video has helped you consider the state of the food that you put in your body. It really is that important. If you've liked this video and perhaps you've learned something new today, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this is good and interesting content, and it'll encourage the algorithm to share this video with more people. Speaking of sharing, make sure that you share this video with other people who you think will find it interesting and informative. On this channel, I'm posting 2 videos a week, and I'm streaming live on Sunday nights. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications using the bell icon so that you can stay in the loop. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye!